Our story starts with a race car driver called Sonny Hayes. Right now, he's racing at super high speed. One of his team rivals just passed him, so Sonny has to drive harder and get back in front. He doesn't even hit the brakes, Sonny just keeps pushing his car faster. His team watches and gets worried. But this wild, brave driving style is exactly what makes Sonny Hayes who he is. Using pure speed and skill, Sonny gets his team back into first place. He even tells his teammate, "Don't lose this lead." And at the end, they win the race. But Sonny has one weird thing he does. He never touches the winner's trophies. For him, it's only about getting paid. As soon as he gets his money, he leaves. This team hired him for just one race. And now that job is finished, so is he. Later, while sitting in a small place where people wash clothes, Sonny meets an old friend, Reuben. Reuben owns an F1 racing team. But right now, his team is losing $300 million. They're in last place in the rankings. And if they don't win at least one of the 9 races left this season, the bosses might close them down and sell the whole team. That's why Reuben came looking for Sonny. But Sonny doesn't want to help. Reuben tries to talk him into it, telling him that Sonny has many years of racing experience while his other driver is brand new. Together, Reuben says they could make an amazing team. Reuben begs and tries to convince him, then finally leaves plane tickets behind, hoping Sonny will change his mind. The story now moves to Reuben's new driver, Joshua Pierce. He's busy doing practice laps on the racetrack. When he's done, the team starts checking the car, trying to find problems and see what can be made better. The technical boss, Kate, asks Joshua what he thinks. But even though he's a driver, Joshua can't give any helpful ideas. Then Joshua's agent takes him aside, telling him that this team might get sold soon. If that happens, Joshua needs to show the world that he's a really great driver, or his career could end before it even starts. And right then, Sonny Hayes walks in. Reuben is super happy to see him, but everyone else looks confused. Reuben tells everyone that Sonny is here to try out, but nobody likes this idea. Even the team boss doesn't agree. Sonny just says, "Okay, give me Joshua's lap time as my goal. If I'm even 1 second slower, I'll leave by myself." Sonny looks at every detail about the lap and the car. Then he goes out onto the track. The crew starts making bets, wondering how he'll do, but as soon as he starts, Sonny's car spins around in the middle of the track. He quickly fixes it and starts his lap again. At first, he has trouble controlling the car right. He's actually going slower than Joshua. But in the last section, Sonny pushes the car harder. That's when suddenly the car crashes straight into the wall. Everyone runs to check on him, but Sonny, staying cool and calm, right away points out all the problems with the car's setup. And when his lap time gets announced, he actually finished at 500 milliseconds faster than the target time. The story then goes back to Joshua. His agent tells him to make his public image and fan following better. At home, Joshua complains to his mother. He tells her that if the team doesn't start winning, his spot in Formula One will be in danger. And now, to make things even worse, some old guy has joined their team. Meanwhile, news spreads in the media. Sonny Hayes is coming back to Formula One. His career had stopped 30 years ago after a terrible accident. He did try to come back 10 years later, but nothing went well for him. At one time, Sonny had even worked as a taxi driver in New York City. And now he's joining a team that has never even finished in the top 10 in its whole history. Soon after, a news meeting is held with both Sonny and Joshua. Joshua, being sarcastic, tells the reporters, "Our team is now giving chances to old men." The reporters then ask Sonny about his personal life, how he once lived as a gambler, and how he's been married 3 times, none of which worked out. The time finally comes for the first race. Sonny gets to the track even before Joshua does. Meanwhile, Joshua's mother tells him that he should say sorry to Sonny for what he said at the news meeting. So, Joshua reluctantly gives Sonny a fake apology. Both Reuben and Sunny are nervous about this race. Just before it starts, Reuben introduces Sunny to an investor named Peter Banning. He's the only board member who really wants to see this team win. The race starts, and as Sunny sits in his car, he starts doubting himself. What am I even doing here? The warm-up lap starts where drivers heat up their tires, but Sunny doesn't move forward. The announcers quickly notice, saying Sunny has been away from racing too long and maybe he just doesn't understand this car anymore. Then suddenly Sunny speeds up. He lines up last in position and everyone realizes it was all just a trick. Now his tires are much hotter than everyone else's, which means he has the advantage. Sunny uses this edge to start passing one car after another. He even passes a Red Bull, but once their tires heat up too, they take back their lead from him. Meanwhile, Joshua goes to the pit stop. It takes 7 seconds. When Sunny comes in, his stop takes even longer, over 9 seconds. Now, both teammates are racing close to each other on track. Joshua radios his crew, demanding that Sunny let him pass, but Sunny refuses. He won't give up his spot. Soon, the two teammates are fighting each other. Reuben, watching from the pit wall, gets angry, and in the mess Sunny and Joshua crash into each other. Both cars are out of the race. Joshua comes back angry, mad at what's happening with this team. But Sunny tells him calmly, mistakes happen. This time it was yours. Sunny also warns the team boss, don't ever tell me to give up my position again. Later, Joshua tries arguing with Sunny again, but as soon as he sees the cameras, he puts on a fake smile for the media. Sunny looks at him and says, "What exactly have you done to be smiling like that? None of the other drivers out there respect us." After that, Sunny goes for an ice bath. But Reuben, still angry, yells at him, already feeling sorry for bringing Sunny onto the team. In response, Sunny asks him about Kate, the first female technical boss in Formula One. Reuben replied, "She's not the type who's going to fall for your tricks, Sunny." So, Sunny went straight to Kate himself, asking her the same question. "How did you manage to get this far?" Kate already knows that Reuben had told her to stay away from Sunny, and Sunny, instead of small talk, gets straight to business. "We can't beat other teams on the straight roads. Our only chance is in the turns. That's why I want this car redesigned right away." But Kate replies sharply, "I'll listen to you only after you finish a race." What follows is a difference between their two drivers. Joshua practicing with high-tech computer simulations while Sunny relies on his natural skills and old-school ways. Their lifestyles couldn't be more different. And slowly Joshua starts studying Sunny, watching who he used to be and how he trains. The next race day comes. Joshua tells Sunny, "Maybe today we'll race the right way. No crazy moves." But once again, as the race starts, Sunny and Joshua find themselves fighting each other. Then Sunny gets a tire puncture. He suggests switching to soft tires. The team says no, warning that in this heat, soft tires won't last. So Sunny simply refuses to drive fast. The team boss yells at him, but in the end, they have no choice but to do what he says. Sunny switches to soft tires and gets back out. Then he deliberately hits his car's front wing against another, forcing a safety car onto the track. This slows everyone down. Sunny returns to the pits and gets his wing fixed. Then he does the same trick again. Another crash. Another safety car. And this time, his risky move ends up helping Joshua. Sunny radios in. "Tell Joshua to keep pushing. Tell him to save his tires." Joshua is currently running in 10th place. Then Sunny deliberately crashes his car into the barriers, bringing out a third safety car. This gives Joshua the perfect chance to change his tires. If his pit stop is under 3 seconds, he can stay in 10th place, and it works. Joshua leaves the pits still in 10th. For the very first time ever, Reuben's team finishes inside the top 10. Everyone celebrates, but Sunny turns to Joshua and says, "Don't get too excited about finishing 10th. Sonny reminded Kate about their deal. And this time Kate actually started working on his advice. The story then takes us to the Italian Grand Prix. Sonny's plan today was similar to before. He said, "Everyone's eyes will be on me. On my crazy driving. That way, Joshua will be the one to win us this race." The race starts. Using different tricks, Sonny starts helping Joshua move up positions. Sonny's main target today is Max Verstappen. He slows him down smartly, allowing Joshua to rise all the way up to P4, but then the weather changes. Rain starts falling on the track. The drivers now need to switch to rain tires, but Joshua stays out and soon he pushes himself up to P2. So Sonny focuses on Verstappen once again, planning to hold him back long enough to push Joshua into P1. Out of the pit stop, Sonny comes out ahead of Verstappen and deliberately slows him down. But by the rules, he must eventually let Verstappen pass. Joshua arrives right behind them and Sonny sets him up for the perfect overtake. He tells Joshua, "Wait for the straight section. Be patient." But Joshua doesn't listen. He tries the move too early. And because of that, he crashes in a violent, scary accident. Sonny immediately stops his own car, runs to Joshua's burning wreck, and pulls him out. Joshua gets rushed to the hospital. His mother confronts Sonny, furious. "Why did you push my son to take such a deadly risk? He could have lost his life." She refuses to hear any explanation and warns him never to let this happen again. Sonny then faces the media where reporters throw accusations, blaming him for Joshua's accident. Meanwhile, Joshua, watching from home, knows he'll be out of the next 3 races. In the meantime, Kate starts making new changes to the car. Sonny rallies the crew, preparing them for what he calls Plan C combat. In the next race, Sonny finishes P9. After that, he climbs to P7. During this time, Joshua continues getting better. The whole crew works together, pushing harder than ever. And soon after, Sonny manages to finish P5. But Joshua, instead of being inspired, becomes jealous. 3 races later, he finally returns to the team. Before the race, he watches fans cheering for Sonny, and jealousy burns inside him. On the track, Joshua pushes his speed, chasing Sonny aggressively. Then in a reckless move, he crashes into him, knocking Sonny out of the race. Everyone is furious. Even Sonny himself loses his temper. He shouts at Joshua, "Don't you ever do something like that again. If you want to destroy your career, go ahead. I've seen thousands of so-called talents like you come and go, but don't you dare betray Reuben, and don't you dare betray this team." Kate had been watching all of this happen. After that, everyone went to Las Vegas. Sonny got an invitation card and Joshua got the same one, too. It turned out Kate had purposely called both of them there. She told them, "We'll all be out on the streets if you two don't pull off a miracle." Kate decided she would figure out who their number 1 driver would be by playing a game of poker. While playing, Kate asked Sonny and Joshua to talk about what problems they had with each other. Sonny told Joshua to leave social media and his phone behind and to focus only on driving. Joshua ended up winning the poker game and he walked off to go to a sponsor's party. After he left, Sonny started flirting with Kate. But Kate shut him down, saying she'd never do that with a teammate, especially since he just lost the game. That's when Sonny showed his cards and revealed that he had actually won. Later that night, Sonny woke up from a bad dream about his accident. He and Kate went out to the balcony and started talking. Sonny opened up about his past. He said, "When I was younger, I was lightning fast. I was going to be the next Formula 1 champion. But then one crash changed everything. I lost it all, even my love for racing. Eventually, I started driving again. Any car I could get, I would drive. And in those moments, I felt happy." As Sonny spoke, he became emotional. Back then while racing there were moments where time slowed down. My heartbeat would calm. Everything became crystal clear. Now I'm searching for that feeling again. I don't know when it will come back, but I want to experience it once more. Just then, Reuben showed up. He asked Kate about Sonny, knowing he was inside. Reuben revealed that F1 directors had gotten a tip that the changes made to their cars broke the rules. Someone from inside the team had leaked their secrets. Because of that, their cars were now under review and they'd be forced to race with the old ones. Reuben was furious, insisting they hadn't broken any rules. Everything had been approved beforehand. The race started, and everything was working against their team. Sonny didn't even have his lucky cards that he always carried with him. He started driving recklessly, ignoring the crew's instructions. And because of his careless speed, Sonny got into a brutal accident. At the hospital, Reuben came to see him and asked, "Why do we even play this sport?" He then showed Sonny his medical reports. Sonny had a broken neck, and due to a serious head injury, he risked losing his sight, becoming paralyzed, or even dying. But these weren't new findings. These reports were from 30 years ago, meaning he should never have been racing again in the first place. Reuben finally gave up. He told Sonny, "Starting today, you're no longer part of the team." Joshua, who heard this from outside, walked away and started practicing non-stop. Meanwhile, an investor named Peter came to visit Sonny. He revealed that the team had been about to collapse. But after Sonny's arrival, many buyers became interested in buying it. Peter gave Sonny an offer. "I'll create a new team. It'll belong to me, but you'll be the team boss. We'll have a real shot at the next championship. Don't worry about Reuben. I'll give him some honorary title." Peter wanted to close the deal after the next race. He also admitted that he was the one who made those fake documents to sabotage Reuben so the team would fail and he could take over. The scene then moved to the final race. Before it started, Joshua told his mom that the accident had been his fault. Sonny had actually told him to wait, but he hadn't listened. Joshua also fired his agent, saying all the media drama was just noise, he only wanted to focus on racing. Before the race, he took his entire crew out running, a habit he'd learned from Sonny. Meanwhile, Peter was getting ready to close his deal, and Reuben knew the team was slipping away from him. But that's when Sonny Hayes made his comeback. He brought a legal paper stating that Reuben and his team would not be blamed for Sonny's condition. Reuben brushed it off, saying, "Forget that paper." But Sonny refused to back down. "Even if it kills me, I'll race." Then came the good news. Their modified cars were allowed back because the supposed documents were proven fake. Peter was shocked to see Sonny Hayes back on the track. The final race of the season started. During the race, Sonny felt a pain in his body, but he ignored it and kept going. As always, Sonny's job was to slow down the race leaders so Joshua could take the lead. And without a single tire change, Joshua managed to climb into P1. But soon, Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc overtook him. That forced Joshua to finally change his tires. To help Joshua get his position back, Sonny slowed down a Ferrari coming out of the pit lane. Now Joshua and Sonny were running in P3 and P4. Because the other drivers still had to make pit stops, Joshua jumped back into P1. All he had to do was keep the lead, but his tires were older than the rest. Ferrari and Mercedes weren't giving up, and Joshua would eventually have to pit. Reuben was starting to lose hope. But then George Russell crashed into Sonny. And when Reuben saw what happened, he called it a miracle. The race was red-flagged, meaning it was temporarily stopped. This gave every car a chance to make repairs. And more importantly, it meant Joshua and Sonny both got fresh tires. Now they could take the fight to the front. But that accident also raised a question. Had Sonny caused it on purpose? After review, the decision went in Sonny's favor. No penalty was given. The race restarted. Hamilton was in P1, Leclerc in P2, and Joshua and Sonny right behind in P3 and P4. this time with fresh tires. Sonny once again started helping Joshua push forward. Together they left Leclerc behind. Now only Lewis Hamilton stood between them and victory. But to get past him, one of them had to make a sacrifice, and Sonny chose to do it. He slowed Hamilton down, giving Joshua the lead. But Hamilton wasn't going to give up so easily. He fought back, overtook Sonny, and started challenging Joshua for P1. In the battle, Hamilton and Joshua crashed into each other, and both were forced out of the race. That left Sonny in P1. And in that moment, he finally felt the peace he had been talking about all along. He was flying down the track like lightning. Sonny crossed the finish line and achieved his dream. Everyone was overjoyed. Joshua was happy, too. Reuben secured 3 more years with the team. Peter's plan failed completely. But even after winning the race, Sonny refused to touch the trophy. He simply said goodbye to Kate and walked away from everything. His deal was complete, and with that his chapter came to an end. And with that, friends, this story comes to an end.